alleging that Blake Lively is lying, but is Taylor telling the truth, or is this just a strategy to save her own skin? And Blake Lively's PR team wants us to know that everything that's happening right now is hurting Blake's feelings. Blake Lively sources say Justin Baldoni lawsuit is causing her and Ryan Reynolds severe anguish. In that article, we're told that Blake Lively is quote unquote emotionally zapped, but she remains confident nonetheless. And the legal battles have apparently, quote, taken a deep emotional toll on.
Justin Baldoni's legal team has delivered a bombshell development. According to their latest move, if Blake Lively refuses to reach a settlement, the court could see Taylor Swift called in as a witness. This isn't just a routine legal strategy, it's a bold declaration that truth and accountability will take precedence over celebrity influence or Hollywood theatrics. Baldoni's camp appears resolute, signaling that they're prepared to expose every detail, no matter how many high-profile names are drawn into the case. For Lively, the narrative is shifting in an unfavorable direction. Once admired for her professionalism and artistry, she now faces criticism for allegedly magnifying the dispute into a media spectacle. What began as a private conflict is increasingly seen as a headline-driven controversy. The potential entry of Taylor Swift, a figure admired for her sharpness, integrity, and public credibility, raises the intensity even further. If she takes the stand, her words could carry enormous weight, potentially tilting the balance of this already high-stakes courtroom battle.
Someone asked me recently why this particular case has seized the world. It was just a perfect act of evil that was almost executed in
Taylor Swift has chosen to remain on the sidelines, a deliberate move to safeguard her reputation. Yet, the heart of this dispute has little to do with star power. It's about ensuring that exaggerated accusations don't distort the integrity of creative work. Every word is being analyzed, every intention scrutinized, making the stakes higher than ever. This case underscores a larger truth. Facts must rise above the noise of Hollywood spectacle. The tension escalated when Justin Baldoni's attorneys warned that, should Blake Lively reject a settlement, Swift could be required to testify. That possibility reframes the conflict as far more than a quarrel over artistic details. It's a pointed examination of how creative decisions were made, and whether they were twisted for personal advantage. Baldoni, celebrated both as an actor and director for championing artistic freedom, now finds himself drawn into a courtroom clash unlike anything typical for the industry. His legal team argues this isn't collaboration gone wrong, it's a calculated attempt to weaken the artistic vision of the project. By raising the prospect of Swift's testimony, they're delivering a message: accountability applies to everyone, regardless of fame. The entertainment world must confront manipulation directly, even if that means pulling uncomfortable truths into the open.
They almost got it done. This guy would have canceled nothing. What would have happened to Justin Baldoni? He would have been.
This aggressive legal strategy carries a clear warning. No amount of celebrity influence can rewrite events without facing consequences. Taylor Swift, celebrated for her business acumen and unwavering pursuit of excellence, has intentionally created distance from the turbulence surrounding Blake Lively. After years of carefully shaping her public image, she refuses to be drawn into a courtroom drama that appears to thrive more on spectacle than substance. Instead of offering blind support to a friend whose claims are now entangled in legal scrutiny, Swift is choosing a different path, one that prioritizes accountability over allegiance. Her stance highlights that real loyalty isn't about enabling questionable behavior. It's about holding firm to principles, even when the circumstances are messy and the spotlight is unforgiving. By making that choice, Swift doesn't just avoid unnecessary risk, she reinforces her standing as a figure of integrity who values truth over theatrics. The move is both principled and calculated, ensuring that her reputation remains aligned with strategy, discipline, and a refusal to compromise her standards.
Swift is now fighting back hard. Her team is not pulling any punches over the last 12 hours. And there's an article that just got dropped in TMZ about an hour and a half ago, and they're making it clear that she wants nothing to do with this case. She's calling out Blake Lively.
Taylor Swift's decision to step away from Blake Lively's escalating legal saga is not an act of betrayal, it's a calculated effort to preserve the empire she has worked tirelessly to build. She recognizes that attaching her reputation to claims lacking substance could undo years of carefully cultivated credibility. Her withdrawal sends a pointed message: when exaggeration takes center stage, The only way to endure is by standing firmly on principle. By refusing to be swept into the chaos, Swift not only safeguards her legacy but also signals the need for disputes in Hollywood to be resolved with evidence, not theatrics. Meanwhile, the accusations coming from Lively's side bear the markings of spectacle more than sincerity. Once celebrated for her poise and influence, she now risks being portrayed as someone transforming a private disagreement into a public circus. Her allegations of harassment and manipulation remain thin on verifiable proof, creating the perception that controversy is being used as a vehicle to stay in the spotlight. The attempt to pull Swift into the fray only emphasizes how much this battle seems driven by attention rather than truth. In sharp contrast, Justin Baldoni's position is framed around documented legal and creative issues, giving his case a foundation that appears more grounded. This stark divide makes Lively's approach feel less like a professional dispute and more like the dramatics of a schoolyard conflict. As more details are scrutinized, her credibility continues to erode, and the weight of her claims seems lighter by the day. There was a time when the friendship between Lively and Swift symbolized loyalty and authenticity under the glare of Hollywood lights. From heartfelt collaborations to public displays of support, their bond was seen as one of the industry's strongest alliances. Yet, as the lawsuit intensifies, those bonds are visibly fracturing. Swift's decision to step back is not fueled by bitterness, but by a clear-eyed understanding that integrity must outweigh personal ties when reputations and careers are on the line. Now, with Lively's accusations dominating headlines yet drowning in spectacle, the foundation of their once-admired friendship is collapsing under pressure. Genuine moments of connection, the kind that once inspired fans, have been overshadowed by a swirl of legal filings and public drama. It's a sobering reminder that in Hollywood, loyalty has limits. When accountability collides with personal allegiance, clinging to fading alliances can cost more than friendship, it can cost everything.
Taylor had no idea there was a meeting going on with Justin. She was introduced to him for the first and only.
In this unfolding Hollywood drama, Taylor Swift's carefully measured step back has little to do with fractured friendships. It's about preserving the legacy she has built against the pull of reckless spectacle. At the heart of the controversy lies a courtroom battle with the potential to redefine how the entertainment industry handles disputes born from exaggeration and inflated narratives. Justin Baldoni's legal team has already drawn their line in the sand. If Blake Lively refuses to negotiate a settlement, Swift may be compelled to testify, placing raw truth under the unblinking spotlight of the courtroom. This fight is not about airing grievances for public consumption, it's about defending the sanctity of the creative process and ensuring manipulative tactics cannot shape outcomes unchecked. For Baldoni's side, the implications reach far beyond a single legal dispute. This is a pivotal test, one that pits artistry and integrity against unsubstantiated claims and desperate grabs for relevance. The verdict could ripple across Hollywood. If theatrics win out, it could open the door to a culture where influence overshadows facts and power is misused. But if accountability prevails, it may usher in a new chapter where professionalism, truth, and authentic creativity are valued over sensationalism. As the dust begins to settle around what is fast becoming one of Hollywood's most explosive legal showdowns, the lessons extend far beyond the courtroom walls. Swift's choice to distance herself from Lively should not be misread as abandonment. Instead, it reflects a deliberate stand for integrity and accountability, two principles the industry desperately needs at this critical crossroad.
Taylor had no idea there was a meeting going on with Justin. She was introduced to him for the first and only time. Taylor believes Blake timed her meeting with Justin so Taylor would arrive before he.
This battle is far more than a clash between two celebrities, it's a reflection of a larger transformation underway in Hollywood. At its core lies a demand for creative freedom, fairness, and accountability, values that are slowly beginning to eclipse the noise of shallow alliances and attention-driven theatrics. For Justin Baldoni, this case is not simply about defending his name, it's a stand against an industry culture that has too often embraced manipulation and exaggeration as business as usual. The outcome of this legal fight carries weight that stretches well beyond the individuals involved. A ruling grounded in truth could compel Hollywood to rethink how disputes are handled, pushing the industry toward a future where talent and integrity are celebrated above scandal. If accountability begins to outweigh outdated loyalties, The entertainment world could step into a new era, one where professionalism and fairness are the foundation of success. Baldoni's refusal to be intimidated by spectacle underscores a principle Hollywood often overlooks. Star power must never eclipse responsibility. In parallel, Taylor Swift's deliberate step back from Blake Lively demonstrates that true loyalty is not about defending every claim, it's about protecting one's integrity when the stakes are highest. Lively's allegations may have generated headlines, but as evidence is tested, the imbalance between